war, famine, disease.
The virus is spreading.
For many of us, the story of 2014 has been one of brokenness and desperate need. But ARDF donors are helping to tell a parallel story of God's redemption, transforming some of the world's poorest communities by partnering with local Anglican churches who are already engaged in building peace, offering healing, welcoming the outcast, and proclaiming the good news. In Iraq, intense persecution forced hundreds of thousands of Christians to flee their homes, seeking shelter in refugee camps and neighboring countries. Local Anglican and Chaldean Catholic churches were overwhelmed by the need to care for the many refugees whose lives had been shattered by war. Thankfully, you stood with these local Christian leaders, donating generously for desperately needed food, shelter, and Bibles. In response to God's love, you made the gospel tangible to our brothers and sisters in Iraq.
I'm a great supporter of ARDF because it is practical Christianity. It's not just delivering aid to people, but it's delivering aid to people and relief in the name of Christ. And in the name of Christ means there's a spiritual impact in what we do.
In Western Ethiopia, your donations have helped to dramatically increase the impact of the Gambela Anglican Center. Many of the communities surrounding the center are desperately poor and suffer from an almost 50% infant mortality rate. And this year, the situation became critical when the region was overwhelmed by a tidal wave of nearly 200,000 refugees fleeing violence in South Sudan. But the heroic staff of the center have been able to feed refugees, provide training for pastors, and offer a safe meeting place for a growing Anglican congregation. They have also trained mothers in basic hygiene that can reduce infant mortality by over half. And all of this is thanks to your incredible partnership and support.
ARDF is helping in Ethiopia in establishing the Anglican Center in Gambela, which is helping a lot in doing seminars on conflict resolutions. Tribal issue is very important. ARDF helped in establishing this Anglican Center in Gambela, which is wonderful.
At the same time, here in North America, ARDF has started a campaign called the Grow Initiative. It is a movement led by young professionals in the Anglican Church in North America who are passionate about getting involved with the global body of Christ and reflecting the joy of the gospel by standing with the poor and vulnerable. This year, ARDF partnered with a local church in Pittsburgh to run a marathon relay to support girls' education in South Sudan.
I'm excited to run for the ARDF just because it's a chance to get out and be proactive in a way, knowing that we are helping an organization do something great for the world around us.
The ARDF is associated with our church, so we thought that would be a really good cause to run for, something that everyone from our church can get behind and get involved in.
The Anglican Relief and Development Fund is committed to generously reflecting the love of Jesus Christ throughout the world. Your giving and my giving make this possible and enable us to proclaim the good news of Jesus Christ all throughout the world to those in need. We're able to do that in tangible ways to reflect the love of Jesus Christ.
ARDF is about true partnerships and transform lives. And it's your partnership through ARDF that changes more lives than you can imagine. Through your generosity, we've been able to serve more people in 2014 than we've ever served before. For the past 10 years, we've reached over 1 million people in the Global South. My expectations in the future 10 years that we would reach more than that, maybe double that. The global trustees have approved $800,000 for the next 12 months. And so our challenge is to raise that type of funding so we can serve ever-increasing numbers of people through holistic projects. And we're deeply thankful for our passionate donors who are joining in God's story of redemption in our world.